You ask your AI to do something, it nails it. Next session, blank stare. Like it never met you. That's not a bug. Your agent has 4 completely different kinds of memory, and almost everyone is only feeding one of them. Get it right, and it actually learns you. Here are the 4 and the 1 most people break without knowing. This channel is about AI that actually saves time for people who don't write code. 1 trick per episode, no fluff. Today, the 4 kinds of agent memory in plain English and a 30-second fix that makes your agent stop forgetting. First, why this even matters. A chatbot answers and forgets. That's fine, you didn't expect more. But the moment a tool starts doing work for you, running tasks, touching your files, working across sessions, forgetting gets expensive. It repeats mistakes. It re-asks what you already told it. It rebuilds context every single time. And you pay for that context in tokens and in your patience. Memory is the entire difference between a chatbot and an agent. And memory isn't one thing, it's 4. Researchers at Princeton actually mapped this out a framework called CoALA, Cognitive Architectures for Language Agents. Let's walk it, then fix yours. Easiest way in is to think about your own head. You've got what's in your mind right now, this sentence, as you hear it. That's one kind of memory. You've got facts, you just know your company's policy, your home address. That's another. You've got skills, riding a bike, running a meeting, things you do without relearning them. That's a third. And you've got experiences, that one project that went sideways and taught you a lesson. That's the 4th. Working, semantic, procedural, episodic. Agents need the exact same 4. Here's each one and what happens when it's missing. Memory number 1, working memory. This is the context window, everything the agent can see right now. The current conversation, the system instructions, any files you dropped in this session. The analogy everyone uses is RAM. Fast, instant, and gone the second the session ends. 2 things to know. 1. It has a ceiling. Even a giant context window fills up, and when it does, the model starts losing track of stuff buried in the middle. 2. Every chatbot already has this. Working memory alone is just a smarter goldfish. It's the other 3 that turn a chatbot into something that remembers you. So let's add them. Memory number 2. Semantic memory. The agent's knowledge base, the facts, rules, and conventions it should always know. The textbooks talk about vector databases and knowledge graphs. In real life, in the tools you're actually using, it's something way less scary, a plain text file. In Claude and Cowork, it's called Claude.md. It sits in your workspace, and it loads at the start of every single session. Inside it, who you are, how you want things done, what to always do, what to never do. Without it, your agent walks in cold every time and makes the same mistakes on repeat. With it, it shows up already knowing the rules. This is the file most people never set up, and it's the single biggest upgrade you can make in 5 minutes. Hold that thought, because the fix at the end is mostly about this file. Memory number 3, procedural memory. Semantic memory is what the agent knows. Procedural is what it knows how to do the step-by-step playbooks. There's an open format for this now, agent skills, built around a skill.md file. A skill is just a folder with instructions for one job. Build a slide deck, run a code review, format a report a specific way. The clever part is how they load. The agent does not shove every skill into working memory that would blow the budget. Instead, it sees a tiny index. Just each skill's name and a 1-line description, maybe 100 tokens each. When a task matches, then it pulls in the full instructions, and only then. It's called progressive disclosure. Remember that phrase, because the end of video fix uses the exact same trick on your own files. Memory number 4. Episodic memory. This is the agent remembering what actually happened, past sessions, past decisions, what worked and what blew up. This is the one almost everyone gets wrong in two opposite ways. The lazy way, save every transcript and search them. Technically memory, practically useless. You don't want a recording of a 45-minute debugging session. You want the one line that matters. Last time, the bug was in the auth middleware. That's distillation, the agent keeping the lesson, not the tape. In Claude and Cowork, there's a built-in version of this called auto-memory, a file named memory.md that the agent writes for itself and loads back at the start of the next session. But here's the hard part nobody warns you about. Forgetting. What do you delete? When does a fact go stale? You switch tools. Does the agent still remember the old one and act on it? For humans, forgetting is automatic. For an agent, forgetting is something you have to design. Skip it, and episodic memory rots into a pile of outdated facts that quietly poison every answer. That's the broken one. Quick, but important. Not every agent needs all four. A dead simple bot, a thermostat, a routing script basically just needs working memory, and it's done. A narrow helper, like a support bot that only resets passwords, needs working memory plus one procedural skill, the reset playbook. That's it. But the big one, a coding agent, or Cowork, running your actual work, needs all four: the context window, the knowledge in Claude, MD, the skills, and the episodic memory that learns you across sessions. The more you want it to act like a teammate, the more of the four you have to feed, which is exactly where most people are leaving value on the table. Okay, the trick. If you use Cowork or a Claude project, you already have two of these memories as real files. Claude, MD for the rules, and a memory file, memory, MD for the evolving facts. And almost everyone breaks them the same three ways. Let's fix all three in about 30 seconds. 1. The bloat. Your Claude MD loads every single session, so every junk line is a tax you pay forever. One creator cut his from 600 lines down to 250, and his token usage dropped about 25%. For free, same machine. Rule of thumb: keep the always loaded file around 200 lines. 300, absolute max. If it's bigger, it's not thorough, it's leaking money. 2. The mix-up. People put facts in the rules file and rules in the facts file, and the agent gets confused about what's a command versus what's just background. Here's the test. If it says always or never, it's a rule. It goes in Claude, Mound. If it's something that could change tomorrow, we currently use Notion. This quarter's goal is X. It's a fact. It goes in your memory file. Behavior in one file, facts in the other. Don't mix them. 3. Everything loaded at once. You do not need every rule in context every session. Remember progressive disclosure. From the skills? Same move. Keep the stuff you need every time in the main file. For the rest, leave a one-line pointer. Read this file before creating a new document, so it only loads when the task actually comes up. Lean by default, detailed on demand. And you don't have to do any of this by hand. Paste this one prompt. Review my Claude, MD, and my memory. MD, flag any entry that's in the wrong file, facts that belong in memory, rules that belong in Claude. Flag anything that only matters for a specific task, so I can move it to a pointer. Then recommend where each one should go. It comes back with a clean list. You approve, done. Your agent just went from goldfish to something that remembers you and got cheaper while you were at it. So, 4 memories. Working, the context window, what it sees right now. Semantic, what it always knows your Claude. Procedural, what it knows how to do your skills. Episodic, what it learned last time your memory. MD, every chatbot has the first one. The agents that feel like magic have all 4. And the fastest win available to you today is splitting those 2 files correctly. Behavior in one, facts in the other. Lean by default. Your agent isn't dumb. It just has 4 kinds of memory, and you've been feeding 1. Fix the files, and it finally starts remembering you. If this saved you one repeated mistake today, subscribe. One trick per episode, no fluff. See you in the next one.